Hi, how's it going? It is April 26, 2018. We are live in beautiful Indianapolis, Indiana, here to propel you into the greatest Thirsty Thursday in history. It's an average show today, I'm going to be honest. We had a conversation with a legendary human. He can't have the nickname of Big Easy because New Orleans got it, right?
Yes, and I'm beyond average.
It was incredible. You're going to very much enjoy this convo. Whether you're an old school real world road rules fan, everybody kind of knew about it, took over the world there for a while, or new school fan of anything, the kind of conversation behind the scenes there of reality TV is really cool. And you're a genuinely hilarious person, by the way.
Thank you.
No problem. I thought you would be good. I thought you'd be good after the photos of you and remembering you from the show, but the conversation with you was good.
Thank you.
No problem. I don't say that to everybody, by the way. I've been caught on this show saying
the opposite.
Saying the opposite, and it didn't get edited out. So, I mean, just know that.
Who was that to?
I can't. It was to somebody that didn't make the cut. They didn't make the cut. We didn't put it on. That's a good. Just shut the fuck up. Today's show is brought to you by the greatest humans to ever grace my bathroom. And I say that for one reason and one reason only. Your bathroom called. It's time to give it the cleaning it deserves. Get rid of all the junk that's lying around. Freshen it up with high-quality products from Dollar Shave Club. Members, like me, we get everything we need for our morning routine delivered right to our door.
What?
Huh?
Right to your door?
Think about it, it just shows it right at the fucking crib, Eric.
That's what I'm talking about.
Huh?
Come on.
You go to dollarshaveclub.com and they deliver everything you need to look, feel, and smell. Huh? Don't look past that one. That's a sniffer, cuz every sniffer is going to feel good whenever they smell you, because Dollar Shave Club makes you look, feel, and smell your absolute best. Dollar Shave Club is more than just razors. Dollar Shave Club is better than shopping in a store. Dollar Shave Club has razors, shave butter, shampoo, body wash, toothpaste, everything you need to look, smell, and feel your best. I get an amazing high-quality shave every morning from my Dollar Shave Club Executive Razor. It's the best razor I've ever used. I've used a lot of razors. You guys know I'm a lot of razor user guy.
Oh, yeah.
All the way before.
You've been through them all.
Yeah. Really.
Yeah.
I used to run through them things.
Running through razors.
All through the razors. I used to go to the razor aisle and just run through all of them.
Even the ones you stand on and push with one foot.
Yep.
You went through all those razors.
Yeah, all of these razors. Not anymore, though. I only use one razor, and it's the Executive Razor from DSC. You down with DSC?
Yeah, you know me.
Their Dr. Carver shave butter is fantastic. It goes on clear so you can see where you're shaving, Eric. You know, back in the day, it used to be the big white thing. You know, the big white gooey stuff.
The glob.
Yeah, and you would just have to guess, oh, did I shave? Oh, no. Oh, no. I ruined my sideburns. Not anymore. Not with Dr. Carver's shave butter, because it's see-through. It's clear. It's fantastic. And since DSC delivers everything to you, you don't have to step foot in a store wandering the aisles hunting for razor, shampoos, body wash, or toothpaste. None of it. By the way, you're not wondering, you're wandering. But you're definitely wondering while wandering the aisles. Wander and wonder no longer whenever DSC delivers everything you need right to your door. Clean up your bathroom and your morning routine with Dollar Shave Club's Daily Essential Starter Set for just $5. With free shipping, you'll get this 6-blade executive razor, the one that I love, plus trial sizes of shave butter, body cleansers, and One Wipe Charlie, Zito. You should think about it. Then keep the blades coming for a few bucks more a month. Speaking of your next month, for a limited time only, use code AMERICA at checkout to get $5 off your second month of the club. What's the greatest country on earth?
America.
Use that code at checkout and get $5 off your second month to the club. That's code America, dollarshaveclub.com. Save $5 on your second month. Join the club today. $5 Daily Essential Starter Set to really kickstart your way to look, feel, and smell your absolute best. All right, let's get into this interview with you, huh? How do you feel about it? You think the people are ready to listen to this interview with you? This
Oh, we haven't done it?
No, we're going to throw to it. We just started the show.
My bad.
No, we did it.
I'm fucking with you.
I mean, you got to relax. I just hit a thing
My
of
bad.
vitamins.
My bad.
I just
Too
hit a
many
thing-
vitamins.
Yeah, I just hit a thing of vitamins over here. I don't need your shit.
Vitamin water is the best.
No free ads. No free ads. We didn't say that. It is pretty good, though. And Smart Water is also solid, by the way, if they would like to come on and sponsor a show.
Yeah,
I was talking about
think about it.
the vitamin water.
Oh, I thought you were talking about 50 cents.
Oh, no.
Vitamin water. Try it. You remember when he was fucking? What do you mean? Like, he had like 100 million off of that or something?
Yelling at jaw rule.
Oh, man. Yep. All right, here's an interview with a legendary human from Lexington, Kentucky. Let me get your Twitter handle right. Big Easy, is that right?
No, Eric Banks, government name. New Orleans got that one from me.
Sons of bitches,
Yeah,
that big
fucking-
nickname. So at Eric Banks.
Yes.
Okay. So Eric Banks is in Indianapolis because his daughter is doing
I don't have a daughter.
son is doing a kid is doing a
No kids. No kids.
who's you're here for the
My girlfriend's children.
okay,
Oh, okay.
got
Yes,
it. Girlfriends, sorry about that. That's on me. your girlfriend's kids are doing diving at IUPUI.
Yes.
That's like the Olympic place, by the way. That's where the Olympians are at. So that's a big deal.
It's a really cool facility.
yeah.
Yes, this is the beginning of the USA National Diving Qualifier. So it culminates in August, and then they start the regionals and zones and sectionals after that all summer.
Holy fuck. We went to one. You remember we went to one? Mm-hmm. It was real quiet. They blew a whistle. Nobody was allowed to talk.
Yeah.
Oh, trust, I have to contain myself because I want to go nuts, but she's like, it's not that kind of sport.
It's not. They blow a whistle at
Yes,
you,
yes.
and like you get yelled at.
Yes, so I just get really drunk and sit in the bleachers so I don't have to worry about.
Sunglasses on?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. So who the fuck are you? So you are a guy. Obviously, I remember you now that I've seen your face now.
Yes.
Because your Twitter handle looks nothing like what you look like on the Real World Road Rules Challenge.
I used to be about 100 pounds heavier.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that
Okay.
it makes a lot of sense now. I do remember you now, and because I had to Google images of you, and I was like, oh, you look nothing like that now. Congratulations, by the way.
Yes, appreciate it, man. I figured if I lived the first half of my life fat, second half of life skinny.
You can really see both sides of things.
Yes.
You can see both sides of things.
Literally.
Okay, so you were on Real World Road Rules Challenges.
Yes.
How did you said you were originally with Barstool though at one point?
No, man. Big Cat was obviously, it still is, like a big Real World Road Rules Challenge fan. And back when Dave was in the basement, when they did the rundown online.
Yes.
I mean, I did a couple of those with them, just when
From
they
the
were,
webcam, like you were on
Yes.
somebody
I
who
was
you're
on my own Skype in my own bar downstairs.
Really?
Yeah, Big Cat was in Chicago still. Dave was in his basement, and I think it was KFC was still there, but he was probably in New York at his house at that point.
That's KFC's still there for sure. That is awesome. All those guys, by the way, are still at Barstool,
Oh,
still
yeah,
doing their
yeah.
thing, still cooking. And so you go on and you do. Where are you from originally?
Lexington, Kentucky, University of Kentucky, go Cats.
BBN.
Yes.
Y'all boys about to get that BBC though. Whenever every coach gets in trouble for everything in the history of the NCAA.
Well, I mean, you got to kind of think of it like this. We've already missed part one, and they're already dropping charges. And so, if we've scaved through that first one, I don't foresee.
Yeah, because Louisville's doing as best it can to really fuck up the basketball in Kentucky over there.
Yes, they're doing an amazing job at that.
They got some bad PR.
Golly.
Are you friends with a hefty lefty?
I was in school when Jared was there. So, yeah, we did many beer pong tournaments together. But I don't know if you've heard, man, but he's actually down 100 pounds right now.
We talked to him at the beginning of the Jared project,
Yes,
or
yes.
the what is it called? The Doughboy project. It's something.
Just something like
Yeah,
that.
Doughboy Project.
The Doughboy, something like that. Yeah, we talked to him at the beginning of it. He was like, he had his own gym in a trailer, like right as it follows him around.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's crazy. I mean, for him to drop 100, and they just recently showed some pictures of him, and it's like, wow, still need a couple more.
Hey,
But props, man. I mean, 100, anybody is 100, so
Yeah.
stick with it.
Yeah, I'm proud of him, by the way, because talking to him, he was a hilarious smartass, man. He flipped. He was like, tell everybody to eat shit, basically, because he took so much shit for being the hefty guy, which makes sense. Zito, I just looked at you while I was. I apologize. I apologize so much for that.
Well, he snuck in at New York and got a ring, too. It's what a lot of people don't realize, man. I mean, he didn't just play in the NFL. He's got a Super Bowl ring.
Which is get you into any meeting in the history of the world that you need to get into. Any business meeting, if you have a Super Bowl ring, you are getting right in, by the way.
And he played for you guys.
Yeah, he did. He was on the Colts for a little bit.
To me, that was his window of staying in the league.
He hit it.
Well, I mean, after the 4 years, you got to go to vet pay. So New York didn't want to pay vet pay for a second quarterback.
Yep.
That's when he got released to you guys. And the same year, both quarterbacks got hurt. He comes in preseason, 5 games left. or however many preseason games were left. 3.
I enjoy Jared Lorenzo, what he did. So you go from going to Kentucky to going into reality television. Is that the
Yes.
next step?
Yes.
How you just said, you know what, my friends and I always have a good time. I'm a guy, they deserve to have me.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I was a funny fat guy, and in college, I was like, man, I don't want to go to work.
Hell no.
MTV was popping then. I mean, it was the show to watch. You would watch the same show 5 times, no matter what.
Okay.
I called it white noise. I mean, everybody had that channel on repeat, and they were doing like bar casting calls, man. So I put one in the air and got made fun of for going and waiting 3 hours by myself, and then when I got the phone call, I was making fun of everybody else.
Yeah, fuck yeah. So they enjoyed. You got casted to what? The Real World Road Rules Challenge.
Yeah, well, I got immediately on the challenge. They don't do. This is an observation and truth, in my opinion, but they've never casted a fat person on the Real World ever. So I was
A
a
little
I never really
side,
noticed that.
Yeah, a little fat shaming there by the
Yeah.
Real World.
I
Huh?
think you're right, though.
That's a good
so
point.
I mean, I was a finalist for the Real World, Austin, and didn't get it obviously. And then they called me back 6 months later, and I'm like, look, I'm not going through the whole casting again. You already know everything about me, what's going on. And they were like, oh, we got this new show idea. You go right into a challenge. Do you want to do it? And I said, all right, let's go.
Where was it?
Australia was the first one. But that's the cool thing. Like the challenges, we don't film them in America.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all over the world. So beyond being on TV, they take us to places that we're not normally, privy to go to as a normal human being.
Did you hate it or enjoy it? Reality TV life.
I loved it, man. Because the thing that I tell anybody that's either thinking about being on the show or is curious about being on the show, if they edit you out to be a bitch, chances are that's all the footage they have.
We were talking earlier off air when we were talking about you. I was trying to remember if anybody came off painted in a good light back in the day on MTV. It's almost like everybody had like a negative connotation almost.
Yeah, and mine was the big guy that could fail every now and then. On my 4th season, man, I made it to the final. We got a half-mile swim to the shoreline, a 3.5-mile jog.
Jesus.
Chained to everybody, and then you got to solve puzzles 110 degrees. I didn't work out. I'm not the fastest guy, obviously.
Oh, your character is the fat guy who has a good
Yeah,
time.
Right.
Well, and I could send people's ass home, and they didn't vote me in to send anybody home, so they got stuck with me in the final. I get a heat stroke in Mexico, almost die on TV, and, fast forward 11 years later, that's the same clip they still show. So they wait for one slip up. They wait for one slip up on somebody.
Yeah, but so you had a good run on there.
It was good, man. I mean, they're getting a lot of the older guys back now, so I'm sticking with my weight, and I'm gonna hopefully get back there and thump some heads sooner than later.
So you guys enjoy the challenges.
Well, man, it's one of those things where you tape. Back in the day, it was 3 to 4 shows a week as far as challenges. So on your off days, you're icing up, you're recouping, you're trying to work out, and then in that medium time, me and you may gain a beef to where it's like I can't punch you on the show because I'll get sent home, no money, no payment. But if I can catch you in a challenge, I'm going to throat stomp you.
Oh, yeah, because that's a part of it.
Yeah, so it's it's that athletic twist to the fun stuff that makes the equalizer fun.
And you guys allowed to have cell phones?
No.
Oh.
It's miserable. I mean, it's worse than prison, man.
We had a friend who went on The Amazing Race, and he no cell phone,
Yeah.
no nothing. He was locked in his hotel when they weren't doing anything.
Can't communicate. I mean, I doubt they gave him a phone to call back home.
Nope, no phone. It's you guys are worse than when Mormons go on mission trips.
That's what I'm saying.
The mission, they got to write once a week on a Sunday. You guys get nothing.
Yeah, you're lucky to get 3 hots in a cot. I mean, at times when the water's freezing, you're like, okay, this is like jail. This is like jail.
Have you made lifelong friends from the challenge or no? Do you not talk to anybody?
I talked to some of the older cats, man. The newer guys seem to, which I'm sure everybody sees the trend in anything. They just try to follow along like someone they watched forever versus just being themselves.
So there's no more originals.
I would say a couple, but not really.
Oh, I got you.
Because
Who's the most copycatted character? Johnny Bananas?
in his mind, yes. But anybody else that wants to be a solid 5'5" and on a cycle every 6 months, let me know.
Do you have any beef with anybody from back there?
Not really, man. I mean, it's just one of those things where, cool cats recognize cool cats.
Yep.
I mean, they put 30 people in a house, so immediately you're going to kind of gravitate towards the groups that you would hang out with on a normal basis. And, otherwise, I'm just not an argumentative person on the show because I don't want to turn redneck on them.
Yeah, Lexington, Kentucky. You could probably get down there if you want.
A little bit. So I'm just the guy in the background sipping beers, dropping heaters, jokes, and just catching people off guard.
Good character to be.
Yes.
So you're working whenever you go.
Yes.
Yeah, because you got to remember you're on.
Yes, always. And I got a little, when I'm smoking, I put the see-through glasses on so all my boys back home know. That's my little secret signal.
Oh, that because he's on one right now.
Yes. Cuzzo is tying one on as we speak.
That's hysterical. That is so funny. And then you moved into this. Now, Zita, do you have any questions about the challenge, by the way?
Yeah, who's the greatest competitor?
Across the board?
Yeah.
Man, I would go with CT, bro.
Yeah, it's got to be.
I mean, because he's big and he's beefy, but he can also knock out a 3 or 4 miler on you just after a pack of cigs. So, I mean, the good thing about somebody like him is the first show that I did, he was actually on there.
Yeah.
And I watched him, you know what I'm saying? And 2 hours into the house, we're half a bottle of Jack in, and I get the finger point, like, come here. But it's like a Boston mumble finger point, It's like, hey, come here. And I'm like, all right, well, how's this going to go? And then he's like, look, man, you're about my size. And you're the only guy in here that's my size. So you never talk about me, and I'll never talk about you.
Oh, because he was like the OG, basically.
Yeah, but he just knew that potentially
they're going to set up a beef with us.
Yeah.
and I could be going head-to-head with him, and no matter what the challenge is, I could potentially send him home. So, he's one of the guys that's always had my back. And then Brad from Chicago.
Yeah.
He did Real World San Diego.
I don't think I know him. I didn't keep up as much as I should have.
Well, it was one of those shows, man. If you
Who's
didn't
the
watch
host? Who's the host?
TJ.
That motherfucker hit the jackpot.
Oh, you kidding me?
He there travels around all. He's. By the way, he had what? Extreme sport. He was
Skier.
No, that's Johnny Mosley.
He did it before, right?
What was he? What was TJ?
BMX.
BMX.
He was a BMX guy in the X Games, so everybody liked him because everybody in the X Games was cool. And then he's the host of this Real World Road Race Challenge, and he's not involved in any of the beef, gets to travel to all of the countries, and is liked by everybody. I'm like, this guy hit a fucking home run here.
Oh, yeah, he's got somebody writing every line for him.
Is he still doing it?
Oh, yeah, bro. They're making a resurgence. We've done, they're filming one right now. They've been pumping them out again.
Do you keep in touch with the people that produce them?
You hear through the grapevine, man. There's the same cats that kind of have been there for about 20 years are there again, but it's kind of a cycle every 4 or 5 years.
There's no originals anymore.
On the cast?
No, I'm saying ideas. Every idea is coming. Just like you said, everybody's a character from before. There's no new ideas anymore.
Right.
Everything's getting. It's like Jumanji's making another movie. It's just like everything is just coming because, to be honest, there's a lot of incredible ideas that were founded before technology has caught up, basically. So now it's like, what can we do with the ideas now, basically? And I'm assuming the Real World Road Race Challenges, the shit they have people doing now is pretty insane, I assume?
Yeah, all it is it'd be like you guys sitting around at a bar that you drink at, drawing shit up on a napkin, taking it to the stunt coordinator and be like, hey, can you make this like a challenge?
We got a bunch of these dumbasses that we can get drunk. We'll just travel them and they'll do this
They
for
just
sure.
want to be on TV with no phone and, minimal beer and shitty.
Did you want to get into acting afterwards?
Dude, I originally moved to Chicago to do Second City.
Oh, nice.
And then I realized how big of a racket that it was. And I was
Political? It's all political?
no, but it's just like, it's worse than school, man. Like you pay to take these classes. I was traveling a lot for work, and
What did you do?
I've been doing corporate marketing, man, while I've been doing MTV. So
awesome.
I've been doing corporate marketing on the side. TV.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Man, when I first started, we were doing any promotional marketing around the country that Verizon Wireless was sponsoring.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they were doing a lot of the Verizon music. This was when the smartphones were kind of taking off, man. So we would just we had about 200 cell phones in the back of a trailer, and we would go to any concert tour that Verizon sponsored. So it was like Fergie one week, Keith Urban the next week, Akon before he got booted. Show my age. But it was, and then, you get into that caveat, and it's just a lot of what's called experiential marketing. Like, so before like a football game, they'll have a big Chevy footprint experience zone type thing.
Yes.
So that's what I was doing all across the country. Man.
That's awesome. So you go to Chicago, try to get in Second City. They start taking all your money, not giving
No,
you
they
any
didn't
love.
take my money. They said if you miss 2 classes, you have to start over.
Oh, no.
Holy shit.
What does that even mean? Excuse me, I got shit to do.
Yeah, come on, Craig.
Are we just being funny, guys? What are we doing?
So, once I saw that, I was like, I'm going to hold off. But hindsight 2020, I would have still liked to see what that path
Where do you
was.
live at now? In Lexington?
Back in Lex, yeah.
That Goodfellas pizza.
Yes. It's what's keeping that solid 25 up.
Okay, what's this travel company? Let me tell you what happened.
Yes.
So yesterday we got real baked in here on Vitamins.
Nice.
And I've been like itching to get out and travel. And I retired from the NFL to like experience fulfillment and like have a good time. And there's so many things on the bucket list I want to do. And the wonders of the world are what I want to do, right? And whenever me and a group of my friends travel, it is electric. Like it is just everywhere we go, we take over the city. It's just the way it goes. It's honestly just the way it goes. And we have a good time. There's never any beef. It would be good content, we thought.
Right.
So I was like, man, I want to make a travel show where basically we go hit the wonders of the world and just experience it because I think it'd be good content, especially with the social media world and shit like that. So all of a sudden you send a tweet to me today like, hey, I'm in Indianapolis and I check and you basically are a travel agency for crews, like a group of people.
Yeah, man. I like to do one-offs like that. My moneymaker is I do spring breaks, colleges, man, college kids.
So you send the kids to
We do South Padre Island, Texas.
and you just have a setup down there. Do you send a group down there and just
Yeah, I work directly with the bar down there, man. And then from the MTV stuff, I host at what they consider a mega bar. I mean, we do 6,000 to 7,000 kids a night for 35 days straight.
Wow.
I mean, I leave February 27th, and I just got back April
You
2nd.
MC the entire time?
Yeah, 32 nights straight.
Holy shit.
what a good
A
time?
lot of vitamins.
I could fathom.
A lot of vitamins.
I could fathom. That's a really good time. So maybe it's not what we're the travel.
No. I mean, that's my caveat, just because college kids are going to be going on spring break
Every year.
Yeah, so it's like, my competitors are pulling down some loot in 30 days. But, moving forward, after I get this base created, I want to do that one-off adult lifestyle-oriented, like,
Yeah, because we just want to take like 30 days and just go on a run. I want to go on like a run for 30 days. Like want to get hooked up with a private plane company.
Yeah.
Be like, yo, bing, bang, boom, 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 boom. And I just want to I want to go hit all the wonders.
Yeah.
I want to hit them. I want to see them.
It's basically a bar crawl, right?
Yeah, but the wonders of the
Travel
world.
Across the world.
A world. Yeah, and we don't have to be intoxicated everywhere. Like I would want to sleep like with the down in Australia.
The
Where,
Aborigines.
yeah, I
and-
would want to go like see that. I would like want to go. I want to go live for
Cook
this.
some
that's
shit
like
outside.
6 hours in the middle of nowhere, bro.
That's pretty fun.
You'd be better off going to Nimbin.
Who?
Nimbin, Australia.
Okay, let's do
right.
Nimbin.
I heard it's kind of like Amsterdam-ish. This is what I've heard. I don't know.
Is it by the barrier reef? Because that's like win-win-win-win.
It's about an hour and a half. I mean, you just take a little bus out
That'd be
there.
funny. We're only an hour and a half from the natural wonder. That's as close as you get.
You get it.
It's that way. About 90 minutes.
It's dying. It's dying anyways.
Google what it looked like before it died.
You should do a bar crawl across the world. No one's done it that I know of.
Oh yeah.
Dump that.
Dump that. Don't put that out. No, I'm joking. We should. That should be our show.
Yeah, it should totally be the show.
Crawl across the world. I just need 5%.
Yeah, I'll give you 5% for sure. If you book it. You got it. You've been,
All we need is itinerary every morning. You
You
got to
also-
hit these 3 spots.
yeah, you also need a negotiator, too, because 5% is a bit low for the idea you just thought of. Yeah.
Well, it depends on how big it is, cuz.
Well, I also want to get in one of them Japanese game shows. Like, you know,
Yes. And then you just integrate that into after the bar crawl, man. You just go in there hot.
Yes, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, you can't go in there sober because you might be doing some. I don't watch that many of them, but everyone that I've seen on
They're
the
weird as
internet.
fuck.
No, I don't want
Yes.
to do the one where they're fucking. Not that one. I want to do the
Right.
one where the slippy stairs. You know, the one that has the slippy stairs on it.
What about the karaoke in the cage of sharks? When
Now
they,
we're talking.
when
I
they
can
drop-
karaoke because I can karaoke.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
Ricky Martin, Cup of Life? Yeah.
Threw me for a loop on that one.
Yeah, it's a standing ovation guaranteed, Big Easy.
Really? Baby Got Back.
Oh, that's also a solid
Yes.
high energy song.
Yes. Or
Yeah.
Easy Like Sunday Morning to close the night out.
Oh, that's a feel good.
Midway through, we do Turn the Page.
Nice.
Is this what you do spring break here?
No, man, I just love karaoke. I love good karaoke. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I enjoy going there and making it somewhat sound like the song, not just
Yeah.
ripping it to shreds.
We used to have a live band karaoke thing come once on the weekends at Morty's sometimes. And that was pretty impressive because it was all good singers like Kristen,
Yep.
our friend, and it was all people of that level would come there. So you got to watch like a little
It's like a
cover
live show. Yeah, man. I mean, that's what Chicago. That's what got me started on the live band, but I don't see much of it anymore.
Yeah, I guess it's pretty rare, but it's
Maybe
pretty
you
awesome.
should start a karaoke around the world tour.
Yeah.
Where you go and karaoke around the world. They gone? Huh?
I got the rights to that show. We can talk.
Okay, you give me. Hey, you give me 5%.
I got you. It's been shelved for 10 years. So.
No, I want to do that. So that whenever your travel agency thing popped up there, I'm like, literally less than 20. I thought it was like a Facebook listening to what I had to say thing. Popping out of nowhere, you tweet. That's pretty awesome.
That's just the world listening, man. I mean, you guys have the potential to make something like that work too.
Yeah, absolutely. It's because like that type of the content that will come from that is absurd. Absolutely
it'd be
absurd.
incredible. Yeah,
Absolutely.
like an easy investment, I think, for somebody.
I want to hop in with great white sharks. Like I want to do that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do that whole thing. Mostly because yes, it will be scary as fuck. Yeah, but I mean the story coming out of it and the content coming out of it will be incredible.
I don't know if it would be scary, and it'd be fucking exhilarating, but I don't think scared would be an emotion.
You'll
that
see
I
a lot of
feel.
failed. Like every once in a while, you'll see like on Shark Week, like a fucking like a cage breaking or something.
Very rare.
But it seems like an anomaly when it happens. You're like, oh, this
Yeah.
never happens because they always panic.
I did just watch one. I can't remember what it was called. It was a fucking horrible movie, like 30 meters down, 40 meters down, something like that.
Oh, Mandy Moore?
Yeah.
I watched that.
Fucking terrible movie. But the cable on the cage breaks, and they just sink to the bottom in the cage.
Yeah.
And then the sharks get them down there.
So that's how we lose. Then that's how
how you
you,
lose.
that's how you lose. If that happens, there's no.
But they
Especially
were
with
on-
this hole in my eardrum, I couldn't even fathom going that deep.
They were on some rinky-dink fucking back porch
We wouldn't
tour,
do that.
though. Yeah.
How much training do you have to do the squirrel suit free fall?
That's what I'm talking about. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Something like that'd be the way to go.
Can you
out,
just
too.
get trained in like a?
And a lot
morning?
of people do. A lot of people.
I'm flying.
Do. And I'm dead. What an idiot.
I mean, would you do the squirrel suit right now if they said 0 hours needed?
No,
Do you get paid?
I wanted some training.
We get good content out of it, so you would make money out of it at some point, so you would get paid.
I mean, if they took all of us up there right now, who would suit up and just jump?
I would need to watch a YouTube video.
I don't know how to land.
Can I watch a YouTube video?
You don't, Todd.
You don't land. You just kind of
You
glide.
just die.
Yeah, you die. I would do it.
What if you pulled up the YouTube channel and it was glitchy because we're at the top of the mountain?
I'm not in.
Would you, you're just out there?
I have to be on
Okay.
some vitamins. I have to be able to watch and learn what to do. I have to be able to do that. And then if it's like, I would do it, I think. If I felt confident. If I watched it and I was like, oh, I don't know if I could do that. I don't think I would do it. But it seems like something, if I learned how to do it, I would definitely do it.
Could you do that tandem? I mean, it would be awkward, but
I
wonder
did
if
the
you
I
could.
did the
You have-
skydive
I've
tandem.
never
It was
seen it.
wild.
You have to do a tandem for 200 jumps before.
No,
you
that's
do it by yourself.
that's skydiving,
That's
right?
skydiving.
Yeah.
Wingsuits.
No, 200 seems like a lot. Not for skydiving. That's what I'm saying. He's probably right.
I have to do a tan. I have to have a guy. It's a word double bird now.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if I want to do that.
Not at all.
I think that's more dangerous.
I've never seen I've never seen a double winged airplane since the Wright brothers. I don't know about that.
But I want to go see like the Great Wall of China. I want to do that whole thing. I want to go live for like 30 days. I want to go on a run. I really want to do that bad.
I want to do that. I think it's a Range Rover commercial right now where they drive up the entire Great Wall of China, up all those steps. I think
yeah.
it's a Dragon Challenge or something like that. That
looks
like fun.
cool.
What you need to do is get drunk one night, put a big map of the world, and throw 30 darts at it.
We got a map of Canada sitting over there.
Maybe that's what we do then.
And
Maybe
then
that's
just go
what we
where the
do.
dart
That's a
is.
great idea.
And wherever the dart lands, you go 30 darts and you figure out the route from there.
That's what we do. Write that down. That's what we do.
We're good
Just
at darts.
avoid
We'll-
the middle, like, eastern part.
I can't go
That's
there.
part of it, dude.
No, I can't go there.
Bro, I did 2 months in Turkey. You'll be all right.
No, I am literally. So
It's
are you,
unbelievable.
kind
Beautiful.
of.
Turkey's all right.
Turkey's beautiful.
So are you. I'm a stereotypical looking American. So
No.
yes, every country I go, I can tell you exactly how people feel about Americans. Every country I go to, because I am I have normally a tank top on, I have jorts on, and a hat. They're like, "Yep, there's an American right there," and I will tell you immediately how they feel about our country. I know exactly how the public relations are, and I don't know if the Middle East is a good call, but I mean, if somebody's paying for us to go, let's go. I mean, we got to go see the pyramids, right? We got to
Yes.
have to go see the pyramids.
Can we ride camels?
Have to.
It's in the middle of the desert.
God, I want to ride a camel so bad.
Have to right. Like this is something we have to do, but somebody has to be a good dart thrower and make sure they hit that. You know?
Me and Nick are pretty good.
How could you not want to go to the pyramids? Like, I just have this thought of, like, randomly stumbling into, like, a secret door in one of them.
Oh,
And uncovering something awesome.
If you push the right block, the whole thing opens up.
Yep.
Underground.
I've seen that.
I mean, I'm
in
all
that
in
one.
on that. But the desert part. It's the desert part.
Well, I've been through a desert on a horse with no name. You know, but it felt good to be out of the rain. Little optimism here, Diggs. You know what I mean?
We go at dusk when it's cool.
Yeah.
So the darts throwing at the world map is a funny concept. Because you can land on some tiny little fucking town in like Finland. And be like, here we
yeah.
go. We're going to this
Yeah.
little
But,
town.
I mean, you give yourself some variance. You know, you put a little piece of string on it. What, 5 inches? You get a diameter to pick from, maybe.
I want to do
Oh, I like
what's
that.
that thing where the guy died where he's an idiot? In what?
like paragliding or
I want to do
parasailing?
like parasailing over there in like Ireland or something. I feel like that looks like a place you should do that at.
That'd be a good time.
Yeah. See, these are things your travel agency should do.
I'm working on it right now. I got my people on it right now.
This does come out tomorrow. So it is possible that your people could be looking, like a person could be looking at a potential paragliding situation in Europe.
I could do that tonight, dude.
like-
I'm in Indy at a damn diving gym. Trust me. I have time.
Nothing but time. That's hilarious. All right, man. Well, we appreciate the hell out of you for coming on.
Yeah, I mean, I've listened to it long enough on the podcast.
Yeah,
man.
we
I mean, shit.
appreciate the hell out of that.
Hey, Pat, can I talk to you about something?
No.
I'm going to talk to you about it anyways.
Oh, nice. A forced conversation. Isn't this your favorite type
best
of conversation?
kind.
Yeah, a
What
little
are you,
forced
Mormon?
I mean, I could talk to somebody else in here. Zito, I'm going to talk to you.
Oh, Zito's always open for a convo, aren't you, Zito?
Yep.
Zito, you ever buy wine?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to buying wine,
Hold on, though, Diggs. Do you have any questions, Zito, for Eric while he's still here?
I have a couple. Did
What-
they over dramatize that Mexico scene where you died almost?
No, he said he almost died in the interview.
No.
That was all correctly produced.
But I mean, it's not over dramatized, but I mean, the real thing that they don't show is I was out of the hospital while it was still finishing.
They made a big deal about that.
And they wouldn't let me out of the car. You know, the producer's like, that's your exit from the show. And I literally got out of the car, was running to finish the show. And he's like, if you make it back into the area where the cameras can see you, it's not going to be good. So that's when you just got to like
Okay.
take
well,
one for
fuck.
the, take an L but bounce back.
Well, you did almost die. Yeah. You want some of that?
You know, I don't have any Southern hospitality in Indiana.
I always felt it was heavily produced though.
It was heavily produced because it was that culmination of I was with all the veterans and I was a new vet and, having CT and Brad and, all the big dogs mad at you, in real life for 3 days, but, once what people don't realize is I think at that point we would have split a solid $20,000 a piece before taxes. It's kind of like, dude, sorry I screwed you out of $11,000. My bad.
You could have lived off that forever.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, sorry, dude, I screwed you out of $11,000, man. My bad.
listen, that's a lot of money to some of us.
I agree.
I'm not saying 11,000 is not a lot, but it's not. I mean, for somebody losing their life, you'd at least want to be like, hey, dude, are you okay? By the way, you fucked me out of $11,000.
So you legit almost died there. Yeah. You
They were
said it earlier.
dragging them. They were dragging them
Yeah,
down.
bro. I mean, you can probably find it on the interwebs, I'm sure. But I mean, I don't remember falling down. I woke up in a Mexican hospital with shit.
That's always a
strapped
dream
to
come
me.
true. when you wake
Oh,
up in a
yeah,
Mexican
that's
hospital.
Ugh.
Do you have any other questions, Zito? Nothing.
How's post MTV?
It's good. I mean, it's one of those things where luckily, man, I was a businessman beforehand. So I was,
Yeah, you're doing corporate marketing.
Yeah, so it's not like I needed that wave to keep me going in life.
Yeah.
You emceeing 35 days straight sounds like a fucking death penalty.
Oh my god.
35 days straight? You got to just go there, huh?
Oh yeah, bro. There's no. I mean, you start off with a couple Jaegers right into the JMO and then beers to the face.
Then you're the next night.
You're in charge of motivation. You're in charge of energy, right? You're
Yeah,
there to set the tone for that place. You got to bring it in every
Hot.
fucking day for 35 days.
And every Sunday is a new batch of kids because they're just starting their week of spring break.
So when you're dying, okay, you just 6 days in, you've done a week. Now it's day one again.
Yes, because luckily on that first week, by Friday, the other kids are like
Tired.
spent.
Yeah, they're tired too. So you're living with them. You're
Yes.
kind of living and dying
Yes.
with them.
And then the roller coaster starts again.
Yeah.
So is Sal Padre, what is it?
South Padre.
South Padre. I've never known that. It's a collection of bars there.
It's literally, man, it's probably one of the best undiscovered islands in America. It's South Texas, dude. It's 4 miles long, 5 blocks wide. And you can really walk the whole way. I mean, I would suggest you guys coming and doing a show there for a week next year.
I would do the serious show from there for a week.
Yeah,
for
I mean,
sure.
you all can do it at my dude's bar. I mean, we can do a big conglomerate, get Ooey Pooey and Butler and all the Indiana schools to come down and watch every day.
I like that you call
Holy
IUPUI ooey pooey. That's
What else? I mean, that's what we call it, man.
that's incredible. Good for you. We should do that.
I mean, it would be a good vibe for you all, too. I mean, you could do one show on the beach one day. in front of
You remember
everybody.
when Jerry Springer did the spring break? on MTV, wasn't it?
Electric
Breakers,
TV.
Yeah, man. Those MTV spring breaks used to be wild.
So fun.
So fun to watch. And then I did a spring break down in Panama City, and that fucking beat started at 9:30 every morning. And I was like, y'all motherfuckers need to chill. Like noon or so. Can we chill till like noon? I was out till 6 a.m. Is there any way I could sleep in past 9:30? And they're like, no, man, here's a Red Bull vodka. I'm like, I think this is going to end me. So spring break sounds like a great time.
I mean, dude, the key is down there. Just grab a water, throw a lime in it, and they think it's a vodka tonic.
Not a bad play. I do that sometimes.
Yeah.
That's not a bad play at all.
It's the only way you can make it through the day sometimes. But, I mean, if you got, like, Steve Aoki coming on at noon or
You got to go.
you're going that day.
You have to go. You have to go.
Yeah.
There's no other options.
Yeah, you got Afro Man coming on at 4 o'clock. You're going.
Listen, this is going to be a story I'm going to tell later. Okay, so I know you feel terrible, Pat. I know it, but we gotta fucking go right now, bro. There ain't no excuses. Those are real conversations I've had with myself.
I bet.
Plenty of occasions, plenty of times.
I mean, have you ever, real quick, have you ever made yourself go so hard, but while you're making yourself go, you're also actively finding a place to puke so nobody sees you?
Yeah. And I'm also actively regretting the next day too. So like I've had a time where I go, and then in the middle of my going, where everybody's having a great time, I'm having a great time. There's a real conversation happening inside my head that's like, tomorrow is gonna fucking be awesome. Enjoy the hell out of tonight, bro, because tomorrow is a nightmare.
Yeah.
You are stealing happiness from tomorrow right now. Remember that. So then it makes you go harder. And then the next day you're like, I fucking knew it. I knew I was gonna be puking for the next 3 hours this morning. It's a nightmare. Nick hasn't been able to lift up his left arm because I already went in Louisville for all week. He had to go to a doctor.
Well, no, it's like especially too when you decide that you're gonna go, you sit there and you look at yourself like, "Oh, if Pat's going, I gotta go." But I can only do that for 2 or 3 days in a row. It's like Vegas. By the last day in Vegas, I'm like, I can't go anymore.
Yeah, that's the way it is.
So, but when you guys are going, is that liquor and shots?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
My move is 100
See?
shots.
See, you got to go beer shots, dude.
Oh, yeah, and
you
the
can't
night-
go liquor shots and go all night.
I end the night with beer.
Yeah,
No. Start the night
But
with
we
beer.
start with liquor and do shots.
Yeah.
But if you start the night with beer shots, you'll be money, man.
Yeah,
Because there's water in beer.
Shots is what always gets us. Every time.
When if I don't know what you drink, but people don't realize like if you drink bourbon and cokes, man, you're essentially, let's say if you drink 6 a night, you're knocking down a 6-pack of cokes. And
That's
you're
I
getting
figured that out
you're
in
getting
college.
diabetes before you're getting drunk at that point.
Believe me, I had the exact revelation in college, and I stopped. And then now it's whiskey on the rocks or vodka waters.
That's some real grown up shit right there.
Grown
That's some-
man shit.
That's some real grown up shit he's talking about.
One cube. He walks up there. 1 cube of ice in my liquor, please.
Goddamn right.
You know, I'm at the age now though where I drink wine. You know what I mean?
I can't do that.
I'm getting into wine.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can, Eric. You
Oh, I
can.
love that wine.
I'm really
The
getting
wine that
into
you
it.
guys just spoke of.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, you started to. Yeah.
I mean, it makes me want to just Google and order some right now.
Yeah, you're right. Diggs, is there a way to do that?
I mean, I do too. I drink wine too. But when it comes to buying wine,
Yeah.
most of our choices, they're made out of habit. We don't remember how we found our favorites. We just know that when we're at the counter, we're up there with the same wines every single time.
every single time.
Mine's a nice Sangiovese. It's what I go for. Just because one time I was introduced to it, and I was like, I love this fucking wine.
You know, I always order a steak medium plus because my first time at a nice steak place, Peyton Manning ordered it like that. And I was like, I don't know what that means. And I don't know how to order specifically, but I'm going to do whatever that guy just said.
Same with Aaron Rodgers and myself.
That must be their thing. That must be like
I swear to God, you can ask anybody that knows me. That's why I order my steaks medium plus.
that literally
It's like
might
quarterback
be
thing that
like
gets
super
passed
quarterback
down.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
This is my
That's
first time
crazy.
at a nice steak place. We're in Houston, and I had no idea what to do. And the waiter came out. He was like, "Our number one seller is not on the menu tonight." And I was like, "Well, that makes no fucking sense. Like, you guys don't even have enough respect for your number one seller to put it on the fucking menu." I think that's what I would put. I was thinking in my head, and they were like, "How do you want your steak?" And I'm like, "I have no clue how to answer all these questions. I just Lone Star, Texas Roadhouse. It's just if I could just
They
make
ask
it,
too, don't they?
No, not back in the day. They do now because they want to act like they're sophisticated, but just chill the fuck out. So I just want medium plus because Peyton ordered right in front of me. He's like, medium plus. And I was like, that sounds like a sophisticated fucking answer. I'm going to do that same thing. And ever since then, I do the same thing, Eric. I'm happy you do too.
For your taste palette, try a medium rare plus.
Oh,
Really?
what?
A medium rare plus.
So it's just short of medium?
Yeah.
Yeah. The plus is in between medium and medium well.
Gotcha.
I learned that years later after ordering it that way.
Sometimes if you go medium rare, it'll come out purple, which I don't like, but I do like fucking pretty
I like
red.
pink.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what else?
I
is-
like places that get it accurate.
I like a good red wine.
You know what else is pink? A
you?
good nice blush wine.
Oh, a blush. I love a blush.
Oh, I love good blush.
Let me tell you about First Leaf. First Leaf makes tasting and rating great new wines an exciting event. I started by answering 3 quick questions about my wine drinking preferences. They're experts who are constantly exploring new wines for me to taste and rate. Create an introductory 3-pack of wine for me based on my flavor profile.
Inner trajectory.
Yeah, dude.
It gets flying into my mouth.
And it's going, and the trajectory is going up because the palate is so happy.
With First Leaf's introductory pack, you'll get all 3 just for $5 each. Normally, these bottles of wine go for $20 a piece, if not more.
So, how much are you getting a bottle of wine for?
$5 a piece.
This is worth it strictly for the amount of alcohol you're getting for just
Yeah.
$5.
Oh, yeah.
When my bottles arrived, I tasted and then rated them online. First Leaf took those ratings and then selected new wines for me that were based on my taste.
That's incredible.
And then with First Leaf, you never have to worry about spending money on a bad bottle of wine. They guarantee you love the wine you buy, or they'll give you your money back.
That's unbelievable.
That's a hell of a deal, man.
Everybody's just giving the money back these
I
days.
need to see how these companies are surviving.
I honestly don't understand.
$5 bottles, and they'll give you the $5 back. Is that what they said?
Yeah, if you don't like it.
You'll buy this $20 bottle for $5. You can drink the whole thing. You don't like it, just we'll give you your money back.
Jesus.
Listen, we have very dumb listeners, but I think we have good common sense
Yeah.
listeners. This is a good move. This is a
Why
good
don't you
play.
just let people start signing up for $25 bills?
Yeah.
Let me tell you how, Todd. You want to do it?
Yeah.
$25 bill, by the way, most underrated bill out of all the bills.
To get your
Benjamin.
3-pack of introductory wine for only $15, go to tryfirstleaf.com/McAfee. That's 3 wines for only $15 on your first order at tryfirstleaf.com/McAfee. Experience First Leaf today at tryfirstleaf.com/McAfee.
It is really good because they did do our profile thing as soon as they ordered to the office. All these companies make us do this, and I was not a wine guy. Never was a wine guy. I was a big beer guy. Keep it moving. How's it going? I'll have water. Now I'm sophisticated because First Leaf has found my palate profile and has made my taste buds happy with wine. And it all started with just $15. That's incredible. What a good run. Be sophisticated like us. Eric, we appreciate you so much, man.
Thank you guys for having me.
A guy that we normally do a Thursday wrestling recap show with, Robbie Fox. We didn't do one last week, and we're not going to do one this week because I don't think the new wrestling year has begun, by the way, because they got this Greatest Royal Rumble happening tomorrow, and they've kind of postponed everything. So I don't think the new wrestling year is upon us, so we're taking this 2 weeks off. But Robbie got a chance to talk to Seth Rollins, the current Intercontinental Champion. He had a 15-minute interview. It's just Robbie and Seth. I've never listened to it, by the way. So right now I'm currently throwing to an interview that I've never listened to. I have no clue how it is.
Wow.
It's 15 minutes long, I think. Right? How long is it?
Yeah, it's like 15 minutes.
So you can just skip 15 minutes if you want to hear the end of the show, or you can listen to Robbie and Seth Rollins. I think it's probably going to be a good one. I can't wait to listen to it tomorrow when Ty Schmidt puts it in. That's awesome. Do we have the interview? Is it real?
Yes, we do.
All right, Robbie, don't fuck it up.
All right, welcome back to the Pat McAfee Show. This portion of the podcast is going to be hosted by me, Robbie Fox, and Jared Carabas, as we've got an awesome guest on the line right now to talk to us about the WWE's Greatest Royal Rumble, which will take place at the King Abdullah Sports City Stadium in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, on Friday, April 27th, streaming live on the WWE Network at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He's the architect of the Shield, he's the Kingslayer, he's CrossFit Jesus, and he is the newest WWE Grand Slam champion, Seth freaking Rollins. Seth, welcome to the show.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate you having me in the nice intro. I didn't realize I had so many monikers at this point.
You know what? I had to cut out like half of them. I went on Wikipedia before the show to see, let me see if I'm forgetting any. Apparently, I forgot a lot of them. To start things off, I want to talk about your history in the Royal Rumble match itself. You've been in 2 of them so far, which is weird to think about because you've been with the company for so many years, but it's just 2014 and 2018, both of which you were standouts for. Are you like a big fan of the Royal Rumble matches? Were you a fan growing up, and that's why maybe you go all out for them?
Yeah, I love them. And when I was a kid, I thought they were some of my favorite matches, just the chaos, 30 guys, in the ring vying for a shot at, the WrestleMania main event. So I always loved them. And so every time I go out, it's one of our biggest shows of the year, so I'm always pumped to go out there and put on a huge performance. Even this year was pretty tough because we had the match, Intercontinental Championship match, pretty much right before it. So maybe it was right after it. I don't remember what. The point is, we had 2 matches on the show, and it was hard to focus on both of them.
Yeah, I'm sure. Do you have like a favorite Royal Rumble? Are you a 92 guy?
Oh man, I think 92 was really good. I think I like 91 a lot too, for whatever reason, but I don't remember why. It was not. Which one was the year Hogan won?
I think that was 91.
Mm-hmm.
Was that 91? Yeah, I think
right
that
before
was the
Flair.
one that I really liked that one, and then I liked 96, 95, the one Shawn
Bulldog and
won.
Shawn?
Yeah,
really fun one. Shifting gears a bit, the Rumble kicks off the road to WrestleMania always, and this year at WrestleMania, you opened the show and won the Intercontinental Championship match in a really awesome match. What was this year's WrestleMania experience like for you?
This one was one of my favorites, and that's saying a lot, but mostly just because I went into it more relaxed than I have in recent years. I felt, there's a lot of pressure, obviously, opening the show, but I felt so comfortable in the ring with Miz, with Finn Balor in our situation. I felt really good about everything. I loved my entrance, and I just felt super calm and super relaxed for whatever reason. Last year I almost missed WrestleMania, so this year, feeling really healthy going all the way in, I just was super comfortable, and I was able to enjoy it a lot more than I had in past years.
That's awesome. You mentioned your entrance. The entrance was absolutely awesome. It was Night King inspired by from Game of Thrones. Do you have plans to start shaking things up a bit with the gear? I noticed even before that you added flames to the tights and started getting kind of creative with them.
Yeah, before I just kind of done the black with some colors and stuff like that. Obviously, for the big shows, I bust out some, wacky type costume stuff. Last year, WrestleMania, I did the kind of gold Jamie Lannister, Kingslayer stuff, and then this year with the Night King. So, who knows? I'm going to start bringing back some of my old colored stuff that I'd only worn once or twice here and there. But it's just what I feel, if I'm interested in throwing in some designs or some artwork, then I will, but who knows? We'll just see where the wind takes us as far as gear is concerned.
Seth, I got a couple questions for you here on the subject of entrances. First, whose idea was it to put Burn It Down in your theme, because it's amazing? And second question is, so I pretty much exclusively work out to wrestling entrance themes. Like, that's my entire gym playlist. Do you or have you listened to your own theme while you're working out?
So to answer your first question, I wish I could take credit for the Burn It Down itself. I can kind of partially, but it was actually, and believe it or not, it was actually Vince McMahon's idea.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. You would never think of it, but if you went back and listened to my theme before the Burn It Down was in there, it was just kind of like an empty space, like a pause before the music came back in. And for some reason, and I'd used that same music for years, right? But for some reason, Vince heard it like on a commercial or something, or like a tape. He saw it somewhere, heard it, and he was all of a sudden it clicked in his head that he didn't like that empty space there, so he wanted to fill it with some noise. And so one day before Raw, we went through a few options, and some of them were just like weird noises, and there was another like whispery Burn It Down that was like, it was not good. Yeah. But then I heard the scream, and I was like, well, if we're gonna put, because I was mad about it at first, if we're gonna put something there, just put that there. It's fine enough, whatever. And then after a few weeks, the fans started to like, get into it, and I was like, damn, that old man was right. He was right all along. So it was it was a bit of a partnership, but the idea was definitely his. And as for working out to my own music, no. Never. Not ever, not once.
You've never worked out to,
no.
have you worked out to the Shield entrance?
No, I don't work out. I don't listen to wrestling themes in my spare time.
That's where you get the max reps right there, is the Shield entrance.
That might be your thing. I got my own workout playlist, and it involves absolutely zero professional wrestling themes. Although I am a fan. I'm a fan of themes. I can't do them. I listen to them too much at the shows, so that's off limits for me.
I am curious as to what is on your playlist right now, because you've done a few playlist specials, I think, on WWE.com before, and our music taste lines up pretty well. What are you listening to right now?
Well, one of my favorite bands, the Wonder Years, just put out a new record called Sister Cities.
I'm a
if you're
huge fan of that record. Yeah, I think that is an awesome record.
It's so good. It's so good. I've actually got the new Under Oath record right now as I'm driving to St. Louis, playing in the background, trying to give that a few listens. Yeah, honestly, since the Wonder Years record came out, I haven't had much else on rotation. I'm one of those people that, like, wears out an album. Like, if I love it, I'll just listen to it for, 6 weeks straight on repeat until I get sick of it. So that one for me is number one right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same for me. The second I heard Raining in Kyoto start, I was like, oh, this album's going to rule. So you're a Grand Slam champion now. You're one of the youngest to ever get there. What's next for you that you haven't accomplished yet that you're like, yep, that's still evading me?
There's plenty of things, man. Two things really come to mind for me. One is the Universal Championship. I still have not won that yet. And two is to main event WrestleMania. Now, obviously, I've sort of been in the main event of WrestleMania before. San Francisco cashing my Money in the Bank contract, but I've never been the guy who's on the marquee. It's never been Rollins versus as the headliner last match at WrestleMania. So for me, that's always been my goal, to be that guy in the main event of WrestleMania. And then, those are the two main ones for me. Obviously, there's some smaller ones along the way, but those two are the ones that really, when you think about goals in the business, what comes to mind. So that'd be it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I was there for that cash-in. It was probably my favorite wrestling moment I've ever been in attendance for. That pop was insane when your music hit, and it kind of just sustained until you won that title. Shout out you, shout out me. We were both in that building that day. Now, this is something I've been super curious about. The curb stomp is back. You're using the curb stomp as your finisher again. It's amazing. It's almost rejuvenated everything for me and Seth Rollins itself, because it's like, oh, there it is. He's back. That's his move. It's such a unique, awesome finisher. When did you know that you were going to be able to use that again?
I knew the day of.
And were you stoked?
The day of. Oh, yeah, very stoked. It kind of came about in a really weird way. It's a longer story, and I might save the details for another time. But, yeah, there were some strange happenings backstage, and I had a couple of conversations and asked nicely and got the answer I wanted. And so I was really happy. It was one of those things where I was, like, waiting for somebody to change their mind, like, up until I went out there, you know what I mean? Or waiting for, like, someone to tell me, no, never mind, we're not going there. But I'm happy to have a stomp back, and like you said, it really is like a part of who I am. For the first few years I was using it, it became so synonymous with Seth Rollins that me trying to find a new finish was difficult. People just wouldn't accept anything less than the stomp, and so. To finally be able to have it back, filled a huge void in my performance and in my character.
And even the smaller things like being able to show the highlights of you using it at WrestleMania 31 and all that, I think that's huge as well. And even in the WrestleMania video package and stuff, and you had a great sell the first night it was back from Finn Balor. I was like, oh man, it's definitely back now. He planted his skull into the canvas. Now, I got one final question for you. You're an Iowa guy. You're from Davenport. And we have someone at our company that's from Cedar Rapids, and he swears by Casey's Breakfast Pizza. Our boss has reviewed like hundreds of pizza joints. He gave Casey's a 5.2. It was on the local news. People were very upset. They said it was too bacony. Iowa folks said there's no such thing as too bacony. What's your take on this Iowan phenomenon of Casey's Breakfast Pizza?
So I am on board. The Casey's Breakfast Pizza is maybe one of the best breakfast pizzas I've ever had. I actually think Casey's makes great pizza all around, not just breakfast pizza, particularly because it's a gas station, basically. It's glorified gas station pizza.
It is, yeah.
And it's highly underrated. If you come to the Quad Cities or you're in the Midwest, you have an opportunity to just get you a slice from one of the little warmers. Obviously, the fresh made is much better, but even if you can just get you a slice from one of the warmers, I highly suggest a try. It may not be for you, but I think it's fantastic. And their breakfast pizza as a kid, for me growing up, was always an extra treat. Obviously, we didn't have it all the time, but every once in a while my parents would stop by and grab one, and it was a very special moment, very special morning for me as a child. So whoever's rating it poorly or even average, they're out of their mind. They don't know much about breakfast pizza.
Preach.
Preach. That's our boss, so we're very happy with you saying that about him. Don't forget, the WWE's Greatest Royal Rumble will take place at the King Abdullah Sports City Stadium in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia on Friday, April 20th, streaming live on the WWE Network at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is awesome for us. If you're in the office, you got a boss looking over your shoulder, make sure you keep that tab open. Watch it during the day. It'll be a fun time. 50-man Royal Rumble. Seth will be in it. It's going to be awesome. Thanks, Seth.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Robbie. That was incredible, wasn't it? Wasn't that good?
Good stuff.
That was awesome.
Good top notch.
That was so good.
Good job, brother.
That was really good. Or it wasn't. Well, honestly, I have no idea. Honestly, I have no clue.
I think it was a good look, but you know what's not a good look?
What's that?
When you untuck a long, bulky dress shirt.
Oh, you look so amateur, cuz.
Hey, Zito.
Yeah, what's going on, buddy?
You may think it makes you look casual, but really, you just look sloppy, Zito.
Oh, wow.
We're doing it,
Sloppy
Zito.
ass.
That's
man.
why Untuck It made shirts specifically designed to be worn untucked, Zito.
You hear that? It's in the title.
Yeah.
It's a casual shirt that falls at the perfect length every time, Zito.
Oh, wow.
These shirts are so well made that GQ called them perfection.
Wow. Ever heard of them? GQ did it. Ever heard of them?
I've heard of GQ.
Ever heard of
You'll
GQ?
never have to sacrifice style for comfort again, Zito. And now Untuck It makes shirts for women too.
Wow, Zito.
Women know the struggle to find shirts attractive enough to turn heads, but sturdy enough to withstand an active lifestyle, Zito. You know all about that. Shirts for her that are effortlessly casual, incredibly versatile, and designed to last.
They start putting some good words in there. at the
Zito.
end. Yeah, Zito.
An exciting addition to the Untuck It collection. Log on to untuckit.com, Zito, and check out the new arrivals for men and women. Use promo code McAfee for 20% off your entire purchase, Zito.
Wow.
You can also visit them at one of their more than 20 retail locations across the country, Zito.
Wow.
Stop hiding your shirt with your pants, Zito, and your pants with your shirt.
Easy access to your pockets where you keep all your hot dogs.
Are you fucking listening, Zito?
Untuckit.com, your solution to perfecting casual, Zito. Use promo code McAfee for 20% savings.
See,
Is this for the listeners or is this for me?
well, you mostly, because we all wear the Untucked shirts.
Yeah.
You're having the same common problem that we had.
Right. Yeah.
We didn't know the perfect length.
No.
You know,
We had no idea.
like you don't get taught that just in life.
Right.
So what they did, and you can even ask Mr. GQ, right? Mr. GQ said
GQ talked about it.
they found the perfect length for you, Zito.
I used to always have the problem when I tucked it. I looked like I had a fupa.
Yeah. Because the tuck is all bulky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zito,
no
when he
longer.
wears these, literally looks like you had your girlfriend stay over and she sexily put on your button-up shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what Zito looks like.
But not for much longer, Zito, because we're getting you hooked up at Untuck It.
I'm a new man. I will be.
It's going to change your life.
Look at you, Zito, becoming
Can't
a full
wait.
adult here.
I know. I can't wait.
You got any more questions for our guy or anything else
I
you
have a lot
want to
of
say?
questions right now. My mind blown from Nantucket.
All right, let's wrap this up. Hashtag Endgang, hashtag Endgame. Send us a GIF or a photo of the Big Easy in action in any one of his challenges. Do you have GIFs of you?
There's one of me bouncing a head off.
So we should do a photo on the internet. GIF is very easily
Well, I
accessible.
mean, the photo on the internet's going to be the one of me dying, I'm sure. So,
Okay, send any photo of old buddy here not dying.
yes.
And you could potentially...
Best party photo. Let's go that way.
Okay, best party photo, whether it's somebody on their cell phone from Sal Padre.
Anywhere.
Or
I mean, dude, I've been partying for,
or when you
Ever.
have your glasses on in the show because you're telling your boys you're on one.
and that's in real life as well.
I respect that. You can go see him in any diving tournament with his sunglasses on around the country. From at Viva Lazito, at Eric Banks, at Tactical Diggs, at Nick Morado, at Tom McComas, at Ty Schmidt, and myself. We appreciate you so much for listening. Have an incredible Thursday. At Ty Schmidt, hit the music.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. He was a high school All-American, a college All-American. He was All-Pro in the NFL, but the thing that he's most proud of is during his show in Muncie, Indiana, he made a woman in the crowd laugh so hard she shit her pants. ladies and gentlemen, Pat McAfee!